Hello, welcome back to Tarot by Lodestone Productions, where we help you discover your true north. I am Aditi, and this is a message for whenever this message reaches you, because Spirit is not bound to our time and space continuum, and so the only time by which we tell time is divine time. Dig what I'm saying? So let's check our spiritual voicemail and see what's what. Shall we? Let's. So in the pre-shuffle, nothing really stood out except for the dance, dance, dance song that everybody was doing that Wednesday Addams dance to forever. You know, the one with the Sorry as the backing track by Madonna. Which is actually an ABBA track. Okay, you know what? This fringe wants to be out. I'm going to let you be out, and I'm going to stop adjusting you on camera. Okay? You're just going to do whatever it is that you're going to do, and we're just going to deal. There. See. Yeah, at least I think that was an ABBA track. Anyway, moving on. Oh, that was chunky. Let's try that again. Nothing got mixed with that. Oh, since I mentioned it previously, I do believe that I have found a ballet instructor. Huzzah. All right. So we've got the 9 of Wands and the 8 of Cups. Okay, checking that. Checking this. It's been an ass whooping, and I gotta go. Put a lot of energy into getting my ass whooped. And you know what? I've taken my last beating. I'm gonna go where I'm celebrated and not just merely tolerated. We've got the Eon with the 4 of Wands and the Empress. Yes, I'm gonna go where I'm celebrated. The Eon is also judgment, is also resurrection. This is clarified by the 4 of Wands and the Empress. Remembering that you actually deserve stability. Oh, well, shit. Well, shit. 8 of Wands with the 2 of Swords, 10 of Pentacles, and the Tower. No, we are flipping you back around, and the Tower. You're not... Spirit is trying to tell you that you're not seeing that. You're not seeing where your wealth resides. You're putting permanent energy into temporary things. Hence you not seeing your wealth. Take the blindfolds off. 6 of Wands, Knight of Pentacles, Page of Pentacles, Queen of Cups, Justice, and the 7, ouch, and the 7 of Swords. This perseverance works to your benefit. I'm hearing like God's rejection is your protection type thing. Like it's this so I was watching The Hangover 2, part 2 today, and I didn't finish it, but they walked into the monastery where the monks were praying, and they come in hangovering, talking, making noise, and trying to figure out the answer to their own problems and not being respectful of the monastery. And so a monk comes up and starts whooping their asses. All of them. Every time they talked, they got some stick. Until finally, they figured out that they needed to shush and go somewhere where it was permissible to speak. Sometimes you got to retreat. And sometimes these wands to the throat and the shoulder and the back of the leg are to redirect you to a place. Redirect you to somewhere else where it's permissible for you to be able to do the things that you're wanting to do, for you to reach a victorious outcome. Thank you, Spirit. Eon, clarified by the Knight of Pentacles and the Page of Pentacles. This is, again, one moment. Building on remembering the fact that you are worthy of stability. And once you remember that you are worthy of stability, here it is. Here it is. That long-standing work that you've been doing, and also recognizing and recording the work that you have been doing. The Eight of Swords clarified by the Queen of Cups, the Justice, and the Seven of Swords. There's a lot with this. Okay. All right. You're just because you know it doesn't mean that you need to speak it. Just because you feel it doesn't mean you need to speak it. Not all of these messages that Spirit is giving to you are up for public consumption. Some of those are just for you, right? Queen of Cups is a hub for emotional content because she manages it so well. People come to her for advice because she gives good advice from the heart space. Justice is here for listen, buddy, I'm in it for the balance. Okay. I'm here to make sure that the Queen of Cups doesn't give so much of a lending ear and spend so much time solving all y'all's shit that she doesn't solve her own. So some of these nuggets she's going to keep for herself. And for those who don't want to do the work and want the Queen of Swords, the Queen of Cups to do the work for her, or get it out. Those who don't do the work and expect the Queen of Cups to do their work for them are going to deem this act as selfish. But it ain't. See, this is being smart and taking the lessons, because the Queen of Cups is no stranger to pain. Okay, one of the reasons why she's so good with this emotional content is because she has experienced it all. Including betrayal. Unprovoked betrayal, no less. Justice has seen that, and Justice can put a bug in the Queen of Cups here. Hey man, keep that little tidbit for you. They don't need to know all that. They're not trying to hear all that. Sometimes Spirit will come in and give you messages like that too. Yes, we are here to make the world a better place, but that doesn't necessarily mean that we are here to save the world. And here comes the Nine of Swords. What in the flip are you talking about, Aditi? Are we saving the world or not? Well, there's a lot of conflicting information out there, and there always will be. Why? Because this information comes from a bunch of different sources. Now, yes, we have Father God, the one true source, all that is, was, and will be, right? But there are a lot of people speaking on Divine's behalf. It's a lot. You got your spirit guides, you've got your ancestors, you've got your ascended masters. Like that's just on the other side. We're not even talking about the prophets and the channelers and the mediums that are here on this plane. And that's just this time and space continuum. There's a lot of information out there. There are a lot of avenues the Spirit can use to send you a message. And yes, it does get overwhelming. You worry about if you're getting it from the right place. You're worried about if you're doing the right thing with the information. These ones start coming in to get the whooping up on you. You start thinking that you did this on yours. You brought this on yourself. You might just be talking in the temple shit. This Nine of Swords here is shh. Shh. Quiet the mind. Shh. Hush. Hush. Strength. Eight of Swords, the High Priestess, Six of Pentacles, and the Four of Swords. Yeah, hush, calm down. Yes, it's a big responsibility. Whipping yourself into a frenzy, when has that ever helped you? When in the history of ever was being in this mindset benefited you? I'll wait. So we've got the Strength and the Eight of Swords coming up behind it. You are really going to have to battle this self-imprisonment that you love to put yourself in. Placing blame on why we love to put ourselves in this situation isn't going to do anyone any good. However, this is definitely something that you're going to need to contend with in order to do great things. It's one thing to encourage someone else to be their very best and to push through their own self-imprisonment. It's real easy to encourage someone else to do it. Use some of that energy to encourage you to do it. Well, get just out of your vocabulary. It diminishes you. Your gifts are just as worthy as the next person's. Stand on your own too. And stand up proudly. And I will mention this because it needs to be said. Yes, this is self-imposed imprisonment. Negative thoughts, victim mentality. Oh, Jesus. Here we go with that. Sunning ourselves on the rocks that people have thrown at us. Oh, good gravy. Thing is, this whole spot right here is clear, and this is only a puddle. This situation is not dire at all. At all. You perceive it to be, but it ain't. It ain't. And then you've got the High Priestess, Six of Pentacles, and the Four of Swords underneath. So, deep knowledge, universal knowledge, spiritual secrets, as it were, right? And also having faith in who you are and how you got here. Trusting yourself and holding yourself to a higher standard than this, or this, or this. The High Priestess knows what she knows, and she knows that she knows what she knows. And while her going through her daily life and her doing the things that she needs to do may look odd to someone else, that someone else is not here mainlining messages from on high. And for those of you mediums out there, you know exactly what I'm talking about. Baby, you don't hear what I hear. You don't see what I see. So you're not going to move how I move. But I know that I'm moving in the right direction because things are actually pretty stable. Things are quite stable, actually, with the Six of Pentacles. There's equal giving and receiving happening over here. You know, you're able to share with other people. There was a time when you couldn't. And now you're able to. And then we've got the Four of Swords here. Just rest for a minute. You'll be able to get back in the action. There is plenty of action to be had. Just not right now. Just calm down. You'll be all right. Just breathe. Just breathe. Three of Wands, Page of Cups, Hangman, good. Ace of Swords, the Sun, and the Emperor. Yes, you are not moving the way people think that you should move, but you know what? You're moving towards your answered prayers. You are moving towards your manifestations. You are moving towards your own goals. And you are not under any obligation to make sense to anyone else here. You're moving forward in Page of Cups. You've got love to give. What? Love to give. What you say? Yeah. Yeah. Not only that, you got opportunities with this Page of Cups to be able to create more. So for those of you who have not been engaging in your creative side, do so. Page of Cups is the reminder to go ahead and do that. Because they're very dreamy, the Page of Cups. He's just, I mean, he's got a fish in his cup. Shit he does don't make sense. Don't make sense. It's not supposed to make sense to them. I mean, look, they're just smiling at the fish. Like, hey, man, how's it going? Lord knows I talk to the birds when I'm outside. Laughing at them, having a whole conversation. Like a Disney princess. May not make sense to anybody else, but I still do it. Birds need conversation too. You know? There's a lot of what if with the Page of Cups. And these what ifs can be indulged. Well, why not? Why not? Let's spend some time in our imagination for a while. Hangman, look at things a little differently. Color it a little different. Let's put a little filter on it, shall we? See how we see it then. I mean, because things are coming up that haven't been here in a very long time. Miracles are happening. Actual miracles. I mean, like, you know, the kind that find themselves in history books 10,000 years later. These are the kind of miracles that are showing up right now. So why not soften your gaze and look at it a little differently than what you have been accustomed to thus far? Why not? And we've got the Ace of Swords, the Sun, and the Emperor down here. Now, while we have this, you know, very floaty energy, while we are waiting on these prayers to come in, because remember, some of these prayers were they were pretty wild. Pretty wild. And some of these wild ass prayers about to become a reality. Ace of Swords. About to be a cold, hard truth. And like when it comes in and it shows itself here on the physical, you're going to be freaking thrilled. Thrilled not only because these prayers were answered, but also because that is a nod from Spirit letting you know that you have the authority to ask for big things. You can ask for the impossible. You have the Empress and the Emperor in the same spread. You can ask for the impossible. Because Spirit is here, and Spirit has decided that yes, you can have this. You can have these things. Can definitely have these things. You've done the work. You've believed. And you've done some radical stuff. And so yes, you can have these big items. I had to get... Ladies and gentlemen, log off. Sun came out again. And this is next to the Nine of Wands. You know what? Happy flogging. Shit. It's like being grateful in the midst of your sorrow. Legitimately grateful with the Sun. This is not, you know, oh, yay, I live to fight another day. No, this is being thankful that you are living to fight another day. You've got the Queen of Swords clarifying the Aeon. So this is like, you know this to be true. With all of the logic that you have under your belt, because there's definitely a lot of theory with the Queen of Swords. Like, they talk about how smart the King of Swords is, but the Queen of Swords is just as intelligent. And she also has a lot of information pinging between her ears in any given moment. And so with all of that logic and being very factual about what it is that they observe, the Queen of Swords knows a miracle when she sees one. And then we've got the Queen of Wands clarifying the Eight of Wands. And here she is the public defender, fighting the good fight. You know, doing the things that satisfy her heart, that satisfies her inner her, right? And having no problems getting in the ring with anybody about anything. I'm not going to tell you that you don't want this smoke. You just going to come get it. And you decide for yourself that you shouldn't have wanted it to begin with. But, you know, go off. And so with all of that fire and passion comes these messages being passed down to you, which basically says, this is the truth, the whole truth that's making you happy. And you should be happy because now you have the authority to ask for ridiculous shit. And Spirit is giving you the green light. Okay. Thank you for taking the time to hang out with me today. And until we meet again, remember to be good to yourselves and to each other. And I will see you next time. Bye now.